Hello, welcome to Wrestling Mom's Basement. This is the return of the TV weekly reviews
for another month.
For another month. For the first time in a while, but also the last time in a while. For Raw, NXT, AEW Dynamite, SmackDown, Impact Wrestling. Yes, I know, I got them out on border. AEW Collision for the week of August 7th. I, of course, Patrick Young. This gentleman to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Okay, we're almost commercial free for the first hour. We'll start with a promo segment with Cody, Seth, Sammy, and Judgment Day.
Yeah, the formulaic opening promo comes back a little bit here. It sets up the main event for the night in a big 6-man tag. I mean, it wasn't that terribly interesting, minus just Cody and Seth standing off.
Royal Kingdom actualized with Chad Gable defeating Ricochet, Matt Riddle, and Tommaso Ciampa become the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship in my match of the week.
Yeah, probably was the best match of the week. It was a very good match. All fast paced here. I'm very happy about Chad Gable getting the win and him getting a little singles opportunity against Gunther.
Yeah, action was pretty much non-stop here, and it was cool to see these 4 days showcase what they can do. Gable, the hometown boy, gets another shot at Gunther, which made double say based on the week before was a little bit more questionable. They should have just let the 5-minute time limit thing alone where Gunther couldn't beat Gable in 5 minutes if they were going to do this. Mm-hmm. And Wardlow probably did a rematch if Gunther would beat him, and you know Gunther's going to beat him if the match happens before Payback, especially.
Yeah.
Either way, go back, share all the moves you pull up. Next, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Bronson Reed.
Yeah, a decent match between the two here, and then it's able to write off the storyline and set up Shinsuke for later in the night.
Yeah, this has been a nice few, but I don't really need to see him fight again. It's also more than a little weird than I first had thought Nakamura was showing no signs of the week before heel turn, which had been built up for a few weeks. Reed losing again isn't great, but at least Nakamura took some work to put him down. Just they both need to move along now.
Yeah.
Up next was Becky, Zoe, and Shayna out for a chat.
Yeah, I thought this one was a solid promo here. It incorporates Shayna into the top of the women's division, and have her rub elbows with Becky Lynch, and the counterpart to that in Zoe Stark, with Trish being absent. Overall, solid promo to set up the next match.
Yeah, I was solid. I was like, no, I think we're the best on. I'm like, either. Yeah. But then, you know, when Becky gets goofy, her balance only goes a little over the top of the corny goofy. When Becky starts getting goofy on the mic.
I'm not sure if Becky needed to be
there.
Yeah. To be honest. Just put it in a video package to hype her and Trish up this week.
Yeah, backstage, Finn was talking to JD, Madonna, and Priest went back and forth about SummerSlam, and JD said they need to come in between them. Said the briefcase is causing the problems, and that Priest should get rid of it, and then Finn followed JD, and Priest was going to go after that motherfucker, but where he stopped him. Shane Baszler defeated Zoe Stark up next.
Yeah, a really good match between these two. It's nice to see Shayna get some time here, and Zoe continues to look like a star.
Yeah. I was a good bit longer than I thought it was going to be, or 12 minutes. I guess they were probably the idea that Shayna was hurt and can't take out Zoe like she usually would. I guess that's not, in terms of booking, that's not exactly the kind of first match you would want if Shayna beat Ronda. I guess you're on dominant, but in this case, at least she was hurt.
Yeah.
But going forward, Shayna needs to be more of a killer than being all hobbled. Or having then hobbled around.
Yeah.
Then Becky toasted her win. Up next, JD McDonald. Nakamura's been interviewed, and JD McDonald attacked Sammy with a huge lump on his elbow. Either a location or a burst. Well, not burst, a sack. I'm done with the latter.
Yeah.
Because he was back out later in the night, just wrapped up. There's Louis Kaiser squash Otis.
Yeah, Ludwig gets a win over Otis here, because I guess they're expanding a little bit more and adding Imperium and the rest of Alpha Academy to the already Gable Gunther stuff.
Then up next, Seth and Cody were arguing over who got the safe standing was clear to compete, and Cody let Seth have it. Nakamura came up to him and said he'll team up with them, and Seth accepted. Up next was Miz and LA Knight's promo.
Yeah, so, yep, no brand extension.
Thank God.
I thought this was a good promo here. I think Miz made out a little bit better than LA Knight did. But I can also see this being the test for LA Knight. How is he going to respond to this promo? And I thought he did rather well, at least. And, yeah, LA Knight is going to continue to be popular.
Yeah, this was a good comeback promo for LA. On his side, has the courage to make this work. The Miz stuff was great. But I do feel like this is a feud that just needs to be one match, not necessarily not a drawn out feud either.
Yeah.
Because Miz literally set his part last week, so I'm not really sure how much further Miz could expand upon.
Yeah.
Up next was the Vice Raiders in an open challenge, so then also return New Day.
Yep, New Day's back. That's going to be an exciting addition to the Raw tag team.
In the WWE tag division.
Yeah. Overall, it's just one champion, just two different shows. Yeah, it was a good match here and a nice comeback from the New Day.
Yeah, it's nice to have Kofi and the New Day back as a team as they can be slide into any spot you want. They're automatically near the top of the depth chart, and that should make for a better future for tag division. If Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are both out of action, New Day getting the titles against Stu wouldn't be out of the question at this point.
Yeah.
Especially with the Usos not together. Shayna interrupted Becky's interview and pretty much told her that she was coming for her. New Day told Jackie to help dance. Sonya's out with 20 CL in the main event. Nakamura, Cody, and Seth defeated Judgment Day.
Yeah, a good main event 6-man tag. Yeah, just good stuff all around, but I think the bigger talking points what happens after.
Yeah, this was your main event tag match. That's all to be given the kind of weird circumstances that was going on with the main event scene for tonight. America was giving the good guys a win as Rollins was down, but as Reigns can be moved on someone else. Nakamura heel turn received a Kaiman drop after the last week, but maybe they're playing something for later with him. Then Cody and Seth finally closed the book with reluctantly shook hands. And the good guys celebrated until Nakamura can stop Seth. Well, it's later.
It is later.
So I had to shout. Yeah. Overall, for Raw, got a lot covered in there. And to actually back up, there are probably 4 or 5 matches set up. I'll just show on top of my head. Plus, the return New Day was a nice movement. With not much time until payback, that's the kind of shit they needed, and they certainly got out walks face. Good show here. More importantly, they did a lot of stuff for the future, which is not something you can also say about WWE TV. Up next, my favorite show of the week.
Everyone's favorite show of the week.
Okay, I want to be nice here. I just forewarned you. Rules and show of the week attention for me. NXT is not this week.
It is, yeah.
Rule is. NXT is not. Okay, moving on. Up first in my match of the night, Mustafa Ali defeated Axiom.
Yeah, this was the best match on NXT here. Yeah, just really good action, and Ali picks up the win.
Good action and respect. From these two, as Ali moves forward to a likely North American title shot. Well, they need to drop this script stuff.
Yeah, like yesterday.
He is interested. He looks tiny. I know we don't like our managers bigger than the wrestlers, but he looks tiny next to the Latin dudes.
Yeah.
Lucian Price and Prince's dude.
Mm-hmm.
And they can barely decide what his name is, by the way. His booker was calling him Reggie. Okay, I was
That
just.
might have just been on Booker.
But to be fair, I agree with Booker more.
Yeah.
Just let Axiom go have good matches with people. Stop trying to make scripts a thing. And post match, Ali said he was next in line for the North American. Schism destroyed like Ninjiro while they were trying to find the three brothers. Up next, Blair Davenport defeated Kalani Jordan.
Well, yeah, Blair needed a win back here. And Kalani still needs to go on her quest for a killer instinct. In Dana Brooke's eyes.
Speaking of things that aren't working, Dana Brooke is up there on the list on this show. So I had Schism and Dana Brooke back to back.
Actually, you could have just stopped it at Dana Brooke, and that probably... You didn't have to say on the show, just Dana Brooke's not working.
I have Schism and Dana Brooke on back-to-back segments. Want to hear it? It's a fine story of a veteran trying to push a newcomer to the next level, but at the end of the day, that veteran is Dana Brooke. Are there not better women on the main roster that could be used for this role, like the actual veteran?
Shouldn't Kalani just realize going,
I'm learning it.
wait a second, you haven't achieved anything. You've been here for 10 years.
She won the 20% title.
That doesn't mean anything.
Well,
I got thrown in the trash
Well,
and
fine.
missed.
Yeah, well, you enjoyed it with our truth.
Yeah.
So it did mean something to you. Something.
Okay, but does Jinder Mahal as champion mean much more than
You did not.
CM Punk?
You did not. You enjoyed the Tozawa and Tamina stuff.
Okay.
I went with Dana Brooke. That she's the one that was in that. And Reggie. Or was it just Tozawa and Tamina?
It was Tozawa and Tamina.
And
Drake Maverick
nah.
for that title.
Yeah. She's always tried. I see them getting better at times, but this is not the right role for her. And there isn't much of a way around that. Post-match, she chased Blair off of the belt, but nearly hit Kalani with it. Earlier, Dana Glare from Kalani.
Well, she's a veteran. Shouldn't she just, hit her? Because that's what veterans do in the business.
Yeah, they were with them. Ace Asuka.
Yeah.
Ace Asuka and the veterans in the Joshi. I want men. Tyler Bate defeated Noam Dar to win to not win. Well, to win the unofficial Heritage Cup.
Well, all that aside, that was a decent bit of wrestling there.
The match.
However, I'm utterly confused about this Heritage
the
Cup.
introduction of the Heritage Cup to America. Yeah.
Well, where Noam Dar didn't get pinned, but he lost the trophy.
And Nathan Frazier.
And Nathan Frazier got it.
So, but he didn't beat Noam
without
Dar.
beating Noam Dar for it.
But he's considered the real champion.
But he's considered the real champion, going by everybody else.
But
Noam Dar hadn't been pinned or beaten for it.
and they had the trophy.
And he hadn't been stripped of it either.
Right, and he had the trophy with it, the cup with it.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Bate beats him, and Tyler Bate's the unofficial champion. I'm surprised Tyler Bate won.
The actual champion's technically Tyler Bate, because he actually beat Noam Dar, who brought the cup over from NXT UK.
Shawn Michaels booked this a lot more easier than NXT UK. That's the fun of it.
Yeah, I know.
I think so was Triple H, but Shawn Michaels doing it.
Yeah. It was just straightforward. And Noam Dar brought it because he was the last person that had it. But he didn't get pinned. I don't know about this fucking thing anymore.
I was expecting Noam to win the cheating, so well done on this surprise. I'm still not much of a Heritage Cup fan in this incarnation of NXT. And the metaphor do very little for me, but Noam has gone from all-time levels of annoying to me to mildly interesting, so there is some growth there. And it's also nice to see Tyler Bate get a win, as he hasn't been in the ring much lately.
The fuck are you doing, Sean?
Well, you would use Tyler Bate more often in the ring if you have him?
Yeah. Maybe he should be teaching Kalani.
You would trust him more than Dana Brooke?
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
I mean, at least he's actually won something.
Why didn't you just call him up?
I don't know.
Smash Mouth not the band, Tank Leisure and Hank Walker, got beat up by, by Schism.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
Dijak and Wesley are some of the one contenders match for Heat Wave. Not this week. Nah, next week I believe it's Heat Wave.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know now we're debating the old ECW. Now we're debating the ECW use for NXT.
Didn't they use it last year?
Did they do Heat Wave last?
I could have sworn they did.
Oh, well, either way.
Yeah.
Heat Wave's in 2 weeks. That's the number one contenders match for the world title. Up next was...
Or it was like Summer Sizzler, or I don't know.
Ilya Dragunov called out Trick Williams. Up next.
Yeah, decent promo here, and Trick finally handling his own business, and Ilya pretty much saying he's gonna kill him.
Yeah, Ilya's going to kill him, but Trick should probably the fight. Drew Gulak had tried Dempsey and what's his face Smash Mouth, but they weren't all-star enough. So Briggs and Joseph came up and said, hey, now we're all-stars. So Drew and Charlie, you better get your game on. Hallie. And then Damien kept on joining them.
And then they saw Fountain's face, and then they're believers.
She wasn't in that promo.
No.
She came out with them. I think she got lost from them.
Yeah.
She was 10 bar. Up next, Ray gave Roxanne a pep talk and was impressed with her. Someone was told on Roxanne. Ray was told her someone. Good for Ray. Roxanne was sitting, to be fair. So, then Thea Hill was looking gloom, and then Ray motivated her. The only reason I'm talking about this backstage segment is because that it is storyline based in terms of Ray Purvis told her she needs to forgive Andre, and Andre came up to her and said, you know who that was? I was on the Mysterio. She said, I know, and I'll only do he won't throw in the tail.
And she didn't take Rey Mysterio's advice.
Yowza, that was cold. Show. Up next, Rob Richard defeated Von Wagner. Speaking of people that need to be called up.
Yeah.
Rob Richard.
Well, yeah. Although I'm starting to like Von a little
Oh, no,
bit.
I agree. But Braun needs to be called. Braun needs to be called up.
Yeah.
Because we're just spinning our wheels on him.
Yeah, the one didn't necessarily do anything for him, but I also don't know why you would have Von beat Braun either. But Von got his pound of flesh and put Braun through a table. Can we have people's names who don't rhyme feud with each other, please?
Nice match here, and they went the right way. The far more established Braun win. Oh, please stop with the team stuff. It's bad out to have the fans chant for them in every weapons-based match in every fucking company. And I really don't want to hear about them every time Von is out there role. They've been done to death so many times that they're probably eligible to be put on trial as a serial killer or something at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just ranting. And those chains can take over a match way too fast. Find something else for Von to use as a thing, please, before just seeing worse. Please actually put Braun for the table.
Yep.
A4 talks about the spirit that he was given to fight for his natives, but Dijak has taken out his spirit, and now he has to go back to the tribe to find his spirit.
If this ends in Tatanka being his spirit guide or some shit like that.
So fire show like was gotcha. Alright?
Yes. Which if it goes that far might get a little racist.
Alright. But you won't pitch from like this.
I wouldn't.
You learn from the best.
Yeah.
Vince. Lyra pretty much challenged Reed not to interfere in the main event. Schism asked Tony D'Angelo and Stacks about the Three Brothers. But he's coming to titles. Drew Gulak tried to see defeated Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. Up next.
Yeah, an okay tag team match, but I do like the new addition to Gulak and Dempsey and adding Damian Kent there.
Yeah, Josh and Brooks have kind of fallen the face of the planet since the Fallon and Kiana deal, isn't it? And that's a shame in one way because they aren't a bad team. That being said, I do like Damian being added, Drew and Charlie. They fit well together and that could be a nice three-man team going forward. Dana wanted to know what that was from Kalani, but Kalani doesn't know what her killer instinct looks like because it was only her second match. Dana will show her next week when she faces Blair Davenport. This really isn't working.
Is this supposed to be a meta storyline where we're supposed to be in on the joke?
I wouldn't meta. 4, Shawn Michaels might be meta.
No.
This really isn't working. This is still just Dana Brooke. Why isn't this like Natalia? This would make a lot more sense.
It would make a hell of a lot more sense.
Why isn't this like Natalia?
What, did she have to get beat up by Rhea?
Who's also NXT, so...
Yeah. Match might as well happen there.
Like, this would make a lot more sense. And I think Blair and Natalia will be a hell of a lot better match than Blair beating Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Unless they make I don't know. I hate to smack and put Dana Brooke over. Because she's killer.
Yeah.
Up next, killer. Kiana. Kiana James defeat Ivy Nile.
Well, it's nice Kiana getting a win.
It's Schism Lumberjack match.
His Schism Lumberjack match.
Yay, more Schism. Has this one angle has been on TV like 4 times on the show. I still don't want to give my NXT season to these guys, but they don't seem to go anytime soon. At least they've mainly been portrayed a bit more unhinged last week. And that's the only thing out. As they've been the lamest Colt in the second lamest Colt in wrestling in a long time. Impact probably has a lamer one.
Yeah.
It's close though. As for the match, Kiana being more aggressive is good. I slowly find a way to make her stand out more. No. Ivy continues to feel like a missed opportunity. And could be something, provided she doesn't have to talk. She could be something. Post-match Schism in the ring to get ready to attack Ivy, but Tony D'Angelo Stacks send them running from the Crook March.
I could see why Drake and Rip Fowler, or I screwed up their names
What do you call James?
by calling one of them the right.
Just go with it, yeah.
Yeah. So just go with it.
You can see why they're still leaving.
I could see why they still want to leave.
Angel and Humberto, we got to sit in their houses and watch and read their texts.
And read their text, which happens to be floating through the air.
Here, as they were laying in bed. As what almost looked like a gay incest angle, turned out to be, they're going back to being Lucha in honor of their grandfather.
It's pouring orange juice.
The set was odd, but
I was just sitting on the toilet.
The set was odd. The overall destination should at least be good.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Bate was polished up his cup. And then Nathan Frazier, they did the Spider-Man thing because they both have the Heritage Cup. And then somehow that led into them saying, Nathan Frazier saying to Tyler Bate he owes him one. I don't know what he owes him because Tyler Bate's technically the real champ. Technically,
He is, yes.
so, never mind. The good news is Dragon League got out this story.
It's sounding like a fatal 4-way where if the person was in the match and got pinned like that, because at least that other person was in the match. That other person wasn't in the match.
Right.
No, Dara wasn't in the match.
No. The women's mid-card champion of NXT, Tiffany Stratton. She was asked what was next for her, but I said she was talking about clothes.
I mean, sure.
And then...
Well, it's not like she'll cut a promo about women's wrestling history, so...
Yeah, she won't know, but she'll have to look down to it. And then Trick Williams ran down Drew Gulak and Cubby in the parking lot. Also forgot to mention that Miles Bourne is also with Drew Gulak and Charlie Dempsey as their bishop boy. As their young boy, pretty much. He was always like... She's kind of mean, though. Because he's deaf. I mean, it's not like they're yelling at him and he's deaf. Like, come on now. This is
Well,
like...
no, that'll be nice story development for him.
Shawn Michaels isn't thinking that far ahead. It's in the middle part of the show. It doesn't give us thought. Main event in North American title match, another good part show. Dominic Mysterio defeated Dragon Lee.
Yeah, this one was a good match here, and Maria did interfere against Lyra's request, but what does Rhea care about Lyra's request, so...
One of the good things about Dominic is that he's far from a disaster in the ring. While he's often compared to his dad, most aren't, he's certainly capable of having a completely acceptable match. That was on display here with the Rhea stuff being more of a way to build Dominic out, rather than seeing him at the game. Dragon Lee will get there one day. I'm pretty sure he's still the one to take the title. But Dominic isn't losing the title for a long time, probably though, and that's how it should be with the numbers he's trolling.
Yep.
Post-match, Rhea yelled at Ray, but Lyra came in to save Ray. And the heroes still...
For being yelled at.
And the heroes still told Ray, Lyra, and Dragon Lee still told to end the show. Yes, Rhea has a way more... Well, Raquel's doing fine. Raquel's finally bringing her side out. But Rhea has Rhea's highest women's title feud so far has been in NXT. Yeah. Maybe it was this show feel longer than with the limited breaks because they also had commercial free. But for the whole 2 hours, they had limited breaks. So that I like roll. So maybe it was the show feel longer with the limited breaks or something, but this show was testing my patience more than once.
Yeah.
Between Scripps, Schism, and Dana Brooke, back to back to back, mind you, in the first hour.
And then Schism being all over the fucking show.
Gives so much time. Yeah, it was a tough show at times. That isn't a good thing to do. The action was mostly fine, but there were enough annoying parts to bring back down. Not their worst show ever, but getting rid of some of the bad parts will help a lot. There we go. I will say this every week. First match, main event of NXT. That's all you need. To watch. That's all you need to watch. Dynamite kicked off with the JAS leaving Jericho.
Yeah, this one was okay. I don't necessarily think AEW needs to be doing 20-minute opening promos. Especially when only like half of them can actually use a microphone.
Well, in this case,
yeah.
are you talking like Jericho and Sammy?
I'll say Sammy 2.0.
And 2.0 at Jericho?
Yeah. Ty did better than I thought she would.
Anna Jay was fucking...
Anna Jay was fucking terrible.
I don't buy Daniel Garcia's voice on it. It feels like he's acting.
It's like, I get that's his thing where he's like doing that like stripper dance thing.
Yeah, but his voice is like this. His voice is all deep. He told me like a tough...
I'm also sure that I'm also pretty sure that he shouldn't have been doing his dance as his exclamation point at the end of his promo.
Right. Because he sort of wanted to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jericho made him be a sports entertainer. So he did his sports entertainment thing. Finish it off. Yeah.
I'm in agreement. Well, post-break, Don Callis came up to destroy Jericho and said sorry. That's because they that. Jericho said he has an answer for Callis, and next week, why not now? I don't know. Up next, the Young Bucks defeat the Hardys.
Yeah, this one was fine. This would be like a dream match if this was Matt Hardy 8 years younger. And Jeff maybe about 4 years younger. And it hadn't already been done like a half dozen times before then. But this was fine. It was bigger names getting in the ring against each other.
First and foremost, this could have been far worse. There was a chance that this could have been a disaster. But instead, like I said, it was mostly fine. That being said, they were in bond here as the match is built as a dream match. But they couldn't do anything epic or even along with it because Jeff and Matt were broken down. That left us kind of stuck under a hard work ceiling, but they did as well as they could. Post-match respect was shown before the Bucks called out QFTR match was finished. That was quick. Now let's display this tournament. there will be a tournament to celebrate 4-way women's title match. Halloween. Though Toni Storm has cashed in her rematch clause and is automatically in, who is it in U.S.? Champion Hikaru Shida, who is defending in a first round match. This is overthinking something like even AEW singers.
I didn't even catch that when I watched it. Yeah, so the champion has to qualify for being in the championship match. Okay.
Up next, I'm Cole MJF from the Trampoline Park.
Yep, more Adam Cole and MJF fun.
Yeah, this is sort of ridiculous area. Top was hilarious. Up next, international, I think FTW title, Jack Perry defeated Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, it was definitely best match on Dynamite. Rob Van Dam outworked everybody on the show.
Not even nowhere his 100% either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weapon stuff was a bit annoying, but it does fit with the ECW theme. RVD's the only real option to make this work. But this needs to be the absolute end of the ECW stuff.
You know it's not.
Oh, I know. RVD couldn't do this one though because he also has a contract with
Yeah.
He also has appearances and stuff for WWE that he has
Exactly.
to buy too. So they had to get RVD
Yeah, because he's actually already advertised for being at a WrestleMania party for WWE.
He's on the second biggest package.
Yeah.
The on-location packages.
Yeah.
He's the second big one. Undertaker's at the third.
He's the ECW experience.
Yeah, Undertaker's at the $30,000 one. RVD's at the $21,000 one.
Yes.
So he's on an option to make this work, and it's not over, I'm sure. No. So, it didn't exactly look great to start with, and there's pretty much someone else who's going to be interested. Or be able to have a decent match from ECW's past. The match itself was perfectly decent. So they got exactly what they should have. Most points to Jack Perry to where Jerry wins place. Aspired place.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Up next was Adam Cole and MJF come out to set up their Ring of Honor title match on 0 Hour for All In against Kingdom. Let's try again.
Aussie Open.
Not the United Kingdom. I guess Aussie Open. In the United Kingdom. And Roger Strong being Jilta ex-friend. And the Kingdom of the Army. Right. Love Orange going.
Yeah. So they're double booking MJF and Adam Cole.
Hopefully one of them will get injured.
Yeah. So if they beat Aussie Open, they're the Ring of Honor champions. But if you continue the story, you might also split them up. Or if one of them actually gets hurt during the match, they might not be able to do the main event. I mean, they're taking a lot of risks here, but okay.
Alright, Pat took that part. I'll take the Roger Strong part, I guess. And Brian just looks so lame in all this.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Even if it's just a swerve from Adam Cole, if they're keeping MJF babyface, even if it's just a swerve from Adam Cole, and you're doing a new Kingdom, whatever. My goodness, it's just pathetic though. Look, Ryan's at. I don't know if it's you're playing Ryan in an active role, not a wrestling role, because that's where Ryan's best suited for acting and not wrestling.
Well, I'm gonna go with it like this: with MJF having the title, and that still being a key factor leading into 2024, MJF should be the one that turns heel.
Right, but I could see Adam Cole.
But I can see Adam
Yeah.
Cole, yes.
Either way, Ryan still looks like a peak. Up next, Lucha Bro, no, they didn't. Blackpool Combat Club defeated Lucha Brothers, was the first part when it happened.
Yeah, really good trios match.
Yeah, this was the whole action match I might have expected would have been my match at night, but one big issue with it. I'll get to it. It felt like one of those beat on each other until somebody just started playing around and build up a match deal with someone. That's Lucha Bro, especially though, and the match did well. But sometimes it's nice to see a traditional match for once. Oh, and this is the part why. And then with the mask being ripped off, because that's almost required in half of the Lucha Brothers matches. So. Post-match, Claudia put on Penny's mask in a bizarre look. Cam Omega said he's going to have a sit-down with JR to discuss his All-In match. Here was Swerve, and then Swerve, Darby Allin, Mobile Embassy, Swerve, AR, Fox, Sting, and Darby Allin set up their point to the All-In sign Sting. It's the match that's coming up. And that was quite the escalation, I thought, though. The Sting literally just came out and pointed to the sign. And I was like, oh, that was quick. Well, I say appeared to me, it looked like the Advantage Joker paint one.
Yeah.
It looked like. Anything else that you
No.
to say?
Nothing really.
Then a Colfa match was made for Ole between Sting and Darby, does Fox and Swerve, and a Colfa match. Is officially approved by Tony Khan. So pretty much Tony Khan just had nothing planned for Ole, and it's just on the wrestler's book to show for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the main event, for the women's title.
And I also doubt AR Fox and Swerve will get the win there because, Sting.
Right. Women's title match in the main event again. Look at that. What, the woman main event 2 weeks in a row. They are booking the woman better. Hikaru Shida defeated Hannah Jay in the main event.
Okay. I mean, if you do want to build up Anna Jay, or at least, I'll say it's relatively smart putting her in the ring with people more experienced than her, so she can work and learn. But you don't do that in the main event, unless you're absolutely sure she can put in a good match, which she can't on her own.
Yeah, this whole tournament is high up there on the list of things that AEW has rounded over for. We're having a tournament to sell a 4-way title match, and the champion has to qualify, but the person she beat doesn't. I'm sure there's some logic in there, and I'd rather not be allowed to get out. The match itself was just okay, as Anna's is someone you want to try and have a big showdown. She held it together well enough for her, and then the guy out there pretty fast, going like an 8-minute main event. Actually, I think they had their time cut, the woman, by being in a main event than they normally do. That's the funny thing.
Because they got to get the more important stuff done first.
Knee-jerk reaction.
It is.
The woman.
Oh, look, I'm giving them the main event.
2 weeks in a row.
I am booking them better. No, you're not. You're just putting them on last. That's what you're doing.
This show was all over the place and rather unfocused.
Yes.
They added stuff to All In, but it felt like the show had just had one thing in there, another point in the car with nothing feeling really important. It also does out that the first half of the show is primarily dedicated to Chris Jericho, Robbie Name, and the Hardys. That's a heck of a tag match on a late WWF Raw. And don't give me a rule. But here it doesn't quite measure up.
Mm-hmm.
The show is far from bad, but I need a second or third draft to tidy up a lot of things. Dynamite for me to join NXT.
Yeah, nothing to add.
No. No, sorry, there was nothing I could add international.
Yeah.
Impact's kicked off with Tag Team Titles on one contender's first round where Swan Sami Zayn defeated Bullet Club.
Yeah, I'll probably say this was my match of the night.
I like
Awesome.
I like Devil Kushi and like the just a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that match. Alright, it would be.
It's better than anything else on Diamond.
Yeah.
And NXT. So.
For sure.
NXT was a little closer.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not NXT. They did have 2 short matches.
But if it wasn't on another show, it probably would be match of the night.
Yeah.
As I thought it was a good, strong opener for the show, and it led to Swan and Callahan picking up the win.
Yeah, nice last year, though. Ace being fine after a cactus driving the apron was required eye roll and boost and stuff. Other than that, the story makes it equal to or any more interesting than WWE or AEW's tag division and anything else. So, there are actual teams having issues. So,
Yeah.
And story here, which is going to a lot of places have to offer. Yeah, actually, too, that makes for a solid opener. Up next, there was too much backstage stuff on Impact that was important, so I'm just going for matches. Dirty Dango defeated Bupinder.
Yeah, relatively quick outing here.
This is that time to go very far, it was like 3 minutes, but it's good to see Dirty getting in some ways. I'm not sure how well he fits with Giant Bravo, or Alpha Bravo, but at least Dango has a boo with him, which feels rather appropriate. Other than that, Bupinder continues to be a person who's just not much more. Kind of.
I think he needs someone bigger.
Yeah, kind of Sheamus. He isn't bad, but just there.
Yeah.
That's Joey Threat to Field the Shabblers.
Yeah, this one was fine.
Not much of this one, as Alicia's still gearing up for her showdown with Tracy Brooks. Other than that, it was Joey getting over and continuing boosting her out, as she started to feel one of the gang around her, so that's good. Maybe the first few months of me not feeling her, so.
Yeah.
Other than that, this was something A versus Frankie, not much more. And then Frankie hitting her head, error with a kind of stick by accident. Kushida defeated by BLM on Action Night.
Yeah, minus the fact that I forgot about it when the opener came up. Yeah, this was the better match here. It was good action from both guys here. Yeah, it was your X Division match of the night, and it worked.
Yeah, this is one of those setups where, it's going to be at least good given all the circumstances. That being said, my continued nonsense might be at least these continue. As Kushida worked it over, and then Mike's right back up with that springboard moonsault. Other than that, Kushida seems to be on the road to an X Division showdown with Lio Rush, and that should be ready to go whenever it happens. One part of the shot I mentioned promo-wise, I think Crazy Steve had a very surprisingly interesting interview with Tom Phillips.
Yes.
Yeah, I could go for a part 2 because this is a free part.
Mm-hmm.
So I did enjoy that. And then Team Fruity's back at Impact 1000, along with Wilson Khan and the Beautiful People. And the main event, Moose, Brian Myers, and Bully Ray defeated Black Taurus and Laredo Kid.
Yeah, this one was serviceable as the main event. I don't really have much to add.
Laredo and Taurus did the whole stuff here. It was nice to have the two of them get this much shine. And then they did the Villas had a win here before their big 8-man tag with Lio Rush against the Mercy Machine Guns, Kushida, and Josh Alexander and Emergers. Other than that, it wasn't exactly a great match, but they kept it moving well enough to hold my interest, so well done. Post-match, PCO returned and Bully Ray stole someone's car and left PCO screaming with thunder and lightning to end the show.
Apparently they were just in some suburb alley, too.
Of Chicago. Not the best looking neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'll be a little scared.
I mean, our arena is mostly.
Oh no, I'm not saying ours is good either.
Factory.
Yeah, I'm not saying ours and abandoned railroad tracks. I'm not saying ours, just a forewarning for people.
A cab station,
Yeah. Overall, Wrestle was good enough to carry the show here, even if they're in a weird time as the merge is coming. But it's always so big of a show. Hopefully, it's like the biggest event in the world. But after we're on that, after we're on the road to Bound for War, I believe. For now, they need to make the best out of their limited possibilities. And it went well enough this week. Not enough to be in contention for next show of the week. But I did enjoy more than NXT and Dynamite. So
yeah.
SmackDown kicked off with Asuka Charlotte going to a no contest in my match tonight.
Yeah, I did think this was the strongest match here. I don't mind that it didn't get a finish because we have gotten plenty of finishes from Charlotte and Asuka where it's not necessarily that big of a deal, but it's always great to see them go at it. That seemed to be in her bag where she just double dropped them both and just started doing flips. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I mean, see, from what you
It's also probably the most dominant I've ever seen Damage Control.
So that works.
Yeah.
Honestly, what you just doing with a 9-minute match that had a good portion of it commercial, though. The match was the usual nice stuff between the two. But this was about the ending, rather than anything else. At least Charlotte didn't beat Asuka again. As that's happened enough for a few careers. Up next, AJ Styles defeated Karen Cross.
Decent match, really. Minus that muffed up spot, it was a fine match here. Cross probably should have gotten the win for the sake of his future.
And stuff else I noticed he said to before the match, but I'll get to that.
But the match was overall rather entertaining.
Yeah, this was starting to rock at the end, though having Karen lose when he had promised people coming to help him and his vignette. But that's what it sounded like they were alluding to, was a little weird. AJ went for the end of the feud, but Karen has people coming that suggesting it's going to keep coming. But then I'm also hearing rumors of a Braun and Bruce OC last year's Street Profits feud because Street Profits attacked both teams the week before.
And if you want to do a war
games there, well, I'm not going to complain about that.
Putting teams of three teams of three in a
with those nine, I'm not
games,
going to complain. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
For now, though, at least AJ and Cross had their best match so far. Edge and Sheamus had their promos of their match for Edge's 25th. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That would be you. I'm
sorry.
I read what happens. You take it. Then I go.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good promo and
professional promos.
Yes.
Or just spaced down the middle of me talking.
I did.
Okay.
I swear I'm professional.
The guy on your shirt.
Anyway.
is fighting not the guy on my shirt because he's a completely different company. But still.
Anyway. Yeah, I like the promos with them cut. Them showing their mutual respect for each other and their mutual connection with each other and explaining that to the audience. It also should be a fun match next week, which there's rumors going around that it might be his last match, Edge. Which, if so, thank you for the last run.
For a quick story behind a match between two people who are clear friends, it was as good as it was going to get. Happy 70th birthday, Hulk Hogan. It kind of has to mention that one. LA Knight. I also called the same sentence. Happy 50th anniversary to hip hop. Because up next, LA Knight squash top dollar.
Yep, that's pretty much how to put it. LA Knight got a big reaction. Squash top dollar on left.
Up next for the US title, Rey Mysterio squash Austin Theory to win the US title. Not in the way you think Theory wasn't prepared for Rey.
Yeah.
Because he had to take out Santos Orton.
Yeah, Theory losing a quick match, but it is explainable.
Did you see the video of him going around from that Vice show a few years ago? Where he talks about his whole straight edge.
I actually just seen that video, yeah. I actually just seen that episode.
Straight edge. And
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a babyface turn coming.
There might be, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, watch. There's a reason why he posted that now. Yeah.
Yeah, he was also talking about, like, he wanted to be a role model for his little brothers.
Brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Bloodline ended the show.
Yeah, the Bloodline ended the show like they always do, and did the segment kick ass? Yep, like it always does.
Yeah, it was certainly a thing that got people talking. Still not fully sure what, some of it, not kind of think it was, because Jimmy's explanation was still kind of lame, though. I mean, he says it was kind of lame, too, because you also stopped the bro from becoming the champion, though. People love to become. Yeah, but the tribal chief thing, you could have got into that part's true, but the whole champion was also on the line. But I ain't good for Jimmy not being the big bad villain, though. I had some of Paul Fugus Jay. Roman was kind of right about life had Jimmy's lame explanation. It's better than it could have been, though, which was just a jealousy thing. But they need to find something fresh besides to say people over and over for one here in the Bloodlines that's going to be real TV in the following weeks, so that might be good. Although it's solo.
Yeah.
And Heyman, but yeah. This is kind of a weird show, though. As other than the title change, a lot of felt like things will continue on from SummerSlam. AJ versus Karen might be continuing the news. LA Knight gets a little win, and the women's title picture still feature much of the same people. Edge is back for a likely one-off match next week.
Yeah.
And the Bloodline will still go. I'm curious about Sunday Stage, but I figured we're going to need to do a little something to spice up. Especially with the Bloodline not being part of SmackDown going forward. For a short time, I figured we need to spice some things up. Just having people step it out. It was a good show. I will say it's probably not a contention for my show to win, though.
Yeah.
A collision. Obel with Ricky Starks just waiting what he did to Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, pretty much basic skills. Ricky Starks nailed another promo to the wall.
Yeah. Up next, Acclaim beat Honor Savages.
Yeah, Acclaim without Billy Gunn this time, which they focused on heavily, which I'm guessing is coming back eventually. Beat the Jobber tag team AEW has.
Yeah, the Honor Savages were intimidating looking power team. They made for some good opponents for Acclaim. With Billy Gunn gone, it will be nice to see Acclaim getting back into the tag team title hunt as like everyone else going in the moment. Now can I stop these acting like Billy Gunn is dead?
This is exactly why I think they're gonna do something where he comes back.
Then Mercedes Martinez. Yes, this is the right. This I am reading this correctly. Mercedes Martinez and Diamante defeated Will Nightingale and Chris Statlander.
There you go. That's giving different women a chance. And in a really good match.
I get why it needed to be done. It's kind of annoying to see Willow take a no loss. You don't have Krista lose a tag match, but hopefully this sets up Mercedes as a potential challenger for her.
Yes.
She'll be someone who's going to give Chris a heck of a fight, and that's exactly what she needs. Tony Storm threw her shoe at Lexi Nair. I don't blame her.
Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Rhea Ripley gave him this already.
Yeah, I know that's the Austin Powers joke.
Yeah, I know. Tony's really nailing his 1950s distressed housewife. But she's with the Outcasts, unfortunately. So, the interest is going to be kind of low.
Doesn't necessarily make sense in the
Outcasts.
Yeah, in the perspective of the group.
I didn't go with Tony for this gimmick, just not in the group.
Yeah.
She did see her in a movie, done it for her. And I've seen her in a multiple times.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Squash Angel are up next.
Yeah, that's probably the best way of putting it. Well, at least someone realized, hey, maybe I should land on my feet when Samoa Joe walks away after I try to springboard onto him.
Someone I still love Joe just walking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then post-match Joe called out Punk again. Christian Luchasaurus riding down Darby Allin's family. Don't have
Darby Allin has a death connection.
Yeah, don't have a death relative around Christian. Yep. Oh god, so does the Queen.
Yeah.
Up next for the TNT title, Luchasaurus.
Fortunately, Luchasaurus is like 70 million years old, so.
Yeah. TNT title, Luchasaurus defeated Brock Anderson. Or Squash Brock Anderson, I should say.
I forgot Brock Anderson existed, to be honest.
Alright, well, let's see Luchasaurus squashed him then.
Yeah.
Post-match Darby came out on a skateboard and subbed him and Christian for this week's collision. Up next is Powerhouse Hobbs out for a chat, and he wanted to redeem himself as a late, so he chose Miro to a match at All Out. Not All In, because All Out's going to be the mainly good show. Because it's critically collision roster. Hobbs left Miro laying and left him with the Book of Hobbs, so at least Miro could have something to read while he was unconscious.
As you do.
Alright, JR came to return to call the main event, and the main event of the match at Night True's title House of Black defeated CM Punk and FTR.
Yeah, probably by far the best match in there here, as it was a good series formula going back and forth here. It also continued the Punk and Joe stuff, with Punk being taken out by Joe choking him from behind. And yeah, I can get into FTR House of Black tag team match at some point in the future.
Yeah, they didn't have much of an option for a finish. They don't want to change the titles, and you don't want Punk taking a fall. Joe took him out. Joe more or less said he was going to match with Punk, and this is as good as the way you're going to get covered both those things. The action was good as well, made for a big fight feel, so this worked as a main event. Overall, rather solid show up and down here with matches that worked. Both long and short. They pushed Subfix towards All In and All Out. And that's exactly what they needed to do. There was nothing here that was an instant classic or anything close to it, but it was a very nice way to spend 2 hours on a Saturday night. And yeah, that's the other show to say my contention for the show.
Yes.
I just knocked it down, so this would be easier when we got to this part. So for me, it's only Royal Collision. I don't know about him, but they're going to film this.
Okay.
Alright. I'm ready.
I'm ready too. 1, 2, 3. Raw. Yeah, I thought Raw just was consistently the best show. It had 2 really good matches. Everything flowed pretty nicely. There was very little extraneous stuff there, and not as much to complain about.
I felt like everything, for me, it felt like every segment had purpose.
Yeah, it did.
Which is very hard to do on a 3-hour show.
It is.
Let alone one with a whole hour.
Yes.
Is free. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I really Roll Collision, SmackDown, Impact, one of them, the other 2.
Yeah.
I'd probably actually say NXT over Dynamite.
Yeah.
No, in all fairness, yeah. Now, though, for this, we'll be back on Wednesday with Property Agreed. Punch review.
Yes. And we will bring you Extreme Rules.
The
horror show.
So, see you then.
See you then.